and suppliers. Want to get exposure to the right target market? Want to grow your business? Want to tell the world about your amazing products and services? Let us help you promote your business online effectively and efficiently. Worldwide Weddings Bridal Fair. More than just a bridal fair, we are your marketing partner. We make use of online and offline strategies that work. Be an online exhibitor. Sign up now at worldwidewedingsph.com/signup.
And there you go. Happy Monday, everyone. Nagbabalik tayo sa ating Monday evening talk show here behind the scene with Lauren Kramer. Hi, I hope you are all doing well and are healthy and are feeling safe in their homes. Pasensya na if I sound hoarse because I just got my booster around 2 days ago and improving ang ating audio. I can hear a background sound. I hope the audience can too. Palakpakan natin ang ating team. And again, this is Behind the Scene with Lauren. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, the online TV show of Worldwide Weddings PH. Good evening, everyone. Now, okay, here in Worldwide Weddings TV, we feature different wedding experts nationwide and learn wedding planning while having fun. San ka pa? You get to understand the behind the scenes, plus you get to have fun as well. Now, make sure to comment, like, and share this episode since everyone who will be commenting, liking, and sharing this post will be winning or will be part of the raffle at the end of the community event on Sunday. And of course, this is tonight's episode is brought to us by Adja Deliveries, more than just deliveries, a delivery concierge, and BNI Supreme, the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. Of course, we have online partners such as virtualexpo.ph, bridal.ph, brideworthy.com, and weddingreviews.com. Ang daming sponsors. San ka pa? And of course, this is just not any wedding TV show. Of course, this is in preparation for the upcoming Worldwide Weddings Online Bridal Fair on January 5 to March 6 with interactive virtual expo happening on March 4, 5, and 6 of 2022. Bridal fair, but completely online. So that's what we need right now, especially we're changing the alert levels again of different places because, Omicron is waving. So if you're planning for your wedding but you don't want to go out to bridal fairs, or if you know someone who's planning their wedding as early as now, then make sure to comment their names or at least share this to your page so that they can know that we have this online bridal fair. Okay. Now, of course, this is an international show since we're actually watched around the world. So, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Okay, so tonight's episode of Worldwide Weddings TV Season 3 is again about behind the scenes with Lauren Kramer. So, if you're a Filipino or even not a Filipino, but you're planning to get married in the Philippines, sorry, then you are in the right place. So, every night you have to make sure you make it a daily habit to tune in and learn from different experts in the Philippines. So tonight we have behind the scene. I guess tomorrow we have MJ with Ano Ang Gagawin Mo, and the rest of the week is scheduled for different hosts. So I hope you get to make it a habit. It's just 1 hour or 45 minutes to 1 hour. So I hope you get to watch us every night. So time check tayo. Of course, we have our viewers and brides and grooms from Singapore. It's 8 p.m. there, UAE 4 p.m., UK 1 p.m., US 8 a.m., and Australia 12 midnight. Okay? Now, to, okay, I don't think the script is for me though. But okay, let's see. It's on Spotlight. Let's see. But okay, can they? Am I still online? What happened? Are we still online? Okay, I think we're back, but I can hear myself back. Hello? Okay, so while we are still preparing, we have the tonight's episode of Behind the Scene with Lauren. It's the small things that you should not miss on your wedding day. Okay. So I think the team is ready. Can we remove the other yan? Okay. So I think that's good. So small things in your wedding that you should not miss. Okay. So let's have the first slide. Okay, eto na. Your footwear is your bridal shadow. So a lot of brides lately, okay, aside from looking for the perfect gown that will fit them or everything that needs to be, taken care of in the wedding, nauuso na ngayon ang bridal shoes, okay? Because totoo nga naman, at the end of the day, you'll be wearing it from the time you have, stepped out of the makeup room to do the prenup until the end of the reception. And it's a good thing because it's 2022 and a lot of one of our suppliers here in Worldwide Wedding PH, they actually do customized and personalized bridal shoes. So, hindi nyo na kailangan mag-worry kung saan maghahanap ng bridal shoes because we have a specific supplier for that. And they are JMC bridal shoes. Now, we're going to show you a very short clip as to what their product is because I think this week or 2 weeks from now, they're gonna launch or they're gonna show more of their products with a community event. So let's watch this video.
Let's get to know JMC Bridal Shoes more. For today, we are going to talk about how things work here at JMC. For starters, let's see the raw materials commonly used in the shoes of JMC. Here are two examples of heels here in JMC, the 3-inch and the 5-inch heels. Heels are very important in giving additional height to the bride in order for them to be able to showcase their wedding gowns and give them a better sense of confidence as they walk down the aisle. Pearls are timeless embellishments, therefore here in JMC, we offer white and off-white pearls to the bridal shoes and their customization. Straps are readily available in case you want to add some spice to your shoes. Of course, we have beads that are necessary in any event. And we also have rhinestones in case you want to add shimmer to your bridal shoes. The following materials are necessary to shape the bridal shoes. First, we have Angelica White, and it is available in colors nude, beige, and white. This is a secondary material, which is the glittery champagne, available in champagne and white. These are the glass heels available from 2.5 to 4 inches. Next up, let's have a little peek at how we make our shoes here in JMC. Here is a glimpse of the daily work of our production team. Our production team works hard every day to ensure that we deliver quality bridal shoes to our lovely brides out there. We make sure that they are sturdy and that they will bring comfort to our brides in order for them to have a great experience at their wedding. We also make sure to follow their preference in customization in order to bring a sense of being unique. Now, let us share to you how JMC Bridal Shoes markets its products. JMC Bridal Shoes has a physical store in Lilo, Laguna. However, due to the pandemic, we do not encourage physical visits at the shop. Rather, we flourish through social media. JMC markets through two primary social media, which is our Facebook page and our Instagram page. In our Facebook page, you can see all different types of shoes that we were able to make for our dear brides out there. We also tend to customers here via personal messages or direct messages. We can also see here the reviews of our past customers, past clients, and past brides.
There you go. That's JMC Bridal Shoes, everyone. Ayan, okay, that's amazing. Because if you have been a worldwide PH bride, you know that they've been part of the episode with Madame Janae Rabe, I think 2 weeks ago, January 14, and they were on Spotlight. And it was a very interesting topic kasi most of the brides and the grooms, or syempre hindi siya ganun kauso pa right now with us. So a lot of people would think na parang dagdag gastos lang siya, but actually it's gonna be part of a memorabilia of your wedding, and at the same time you're gonna wear it for 8 to 12 hours. So might as well invest in that shoes. And they actually giving away 20% off discount for all the worldwide PH brides, ayan, by just using the code WWPH. So, Edgy Edge Lynn and Lindsay, if you're a part of the worldwide PH brides, then just use that code and you're gonna have 20% discount off from JMC Bridal Shoes. And nakita nyo naman, it's made here in the Philippines, so we're supporting local, although some of the products, kung hindi available, they used to import it. So, why is it called a bridal shadow? Because hindi siya napapansin. Kasi mostly ang napapansin yung gown, yung makeup, and hair. But if you ask me, if you're not comfortable wearing your shoes or anything for that matter, lalabas yun sa face mo talaga all throughout the pictorial and the reception. So we don't want to have that, thing wherein ay parang pagod si bride dun sa photos or hindi na siya ganun ka-energetic pagdating sa reception. So we want to make sure that you invest on your bridal shoes. Hopefully, well, let's say the latest lace edition will be shown, I think, next week, if I'm not mistaken. And they're actually launching also. They might be launching, or it's in the pipeline, based from the last episode. They're launching grooms men apparel or shoes na din. So it's not just for brides but for groom as well. Exciting, diba? So going back, if by any chance you don't get to, visit JMC Bridal Shoes, the best thing that you can do is really find a good pair of shoes and make sure na nailakad mo siya at least 2 weeks before your wedding day. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube on how to break in your shoes para pagdating ng wedding day, hindi ka magkakapaltos, hindi masasakit ang paa mo. Especially if you're wearing heels. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, intimate wears and how to be prepared with it. Okay, this is one thing na hindi masyadong nagdi-discuss with the rest of the brides, okay, and the groom, okay. So, intimate wears, you should be wearing, okay, something that you're comfortable with and something that's presentable. So I'm talking about intimate wears that includes your bra and your underwear. Bakit? Kasi there could be times wherein you would be, if you would be having a change in gown, okay, then it's a must that you're actually prepared with, taking it off in front of the coordinators, and your makeup artist for that matter. So you have to make sure that you actually wear something comfortable and presentable, okay? So I know na hindi siya napag-iisipan, pero you have to make sure that compare or something na pinaghandaan there. And also, since intimate wears na din pinag-uusapan natin, a lot of brides would love to get ready down there. So alam natin yan, the Brazilian, okay? Brazilian waxing and whatnot. Of course, we want to be hair free all throughout our our wedding day. But I don't advise you getting the Brazilian or any hair removing thing a day before your wedding. It is a must that you actually get it a week before your wedding, because you don't want to be itching around while dun ka sa reception or you're doing your shoot, diba? That's the worst that can happen. So that's it. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Your valuable things should be taken care of by your family and bridesmaids, not your coordinator. Taas ang kamay. Taas mo kamay ko. Ayan. Taas ang kamay, mga co-ords. Kung sinasabi nyo to sa mga brides and grooms natin, yan. At sa ating mga brides and grooms na nandito and if experienced it, you have to understand that yes, your coordinators will be there all throughout your event, and you will even have a bride assist, diba? I know this for a fact because sa Ask Janae today, they have a bride assist. Like, nandun talaga siya, nakatutok lang siya kay bride. But one of their policies is making sure that the rest of the valuable things are actually not left with the coordinators, but are left with family members they trust and or the bridesmaids. Okay, so one of the reasons why this is done is because we don't want accountability at the end of the day. Mahirap na yung magsisisihan kayo after the event because may nawalang perfume na mahal or hikaw or wallet, diba? Comment down below if you've experienced this with coordinators. But that's the worst that can do to someone on their wedding day, yung mawalan. So we have to make sure that you understand the role of your coordinator, especially your bride's assist. They're not supposed to take care of your valuable things during the preparation because it should be taken care of or should be handled by any of your bridesmaids whom you trust or your family members. Okay? Yon. That's the goal. Let's have the next slide. Ayan. This is one of the hottest topic. Okay. Mhm. Let me just. Okay, this is one of the um hottest topic. Okay, sorry for that. Ayun, sabi ko nga sa inyo, I just got my booster. So, this is one of the hottest topic because minsan nakakalimutan ng mga bride na you actually, it's actually part, okay, of, paano ba? Parang, it's an etiquette, okay, to make sure that your suppliers are busog all throughout the day, okay? Hindi siya, um, well, I couldn't say it's mandatory, but it's part of the process. Because isipin mo na lang if your suppliers are gutom all throughout the day, especially your cameraman and videographer and your coordinators. Oh no, 'di ba? So, although they bring their own snacks and food, a little courtesy of sending, just a little Jollibee or small snack will help them. Now, there's still debate as to whether ilang times ang crew meal. That's a good question. Most of the crew meals, they're actually just given on lunch. So if your wedding is like afternoon, right? Um, if your wedding is in the afternoon, you just give a crew meal sa lunch, okay? Now, a good part of it, Lindsay, you have to take note, it depende sa'yo if once you plan your wedding, if kasama sila sa tables. Okay? Um, may mga brides and grooms or couples na sinasama talaga yung crew or the rest of the team. They have their own table, which is good. But hi, Ching, watching from Taytay, Rizal. Yes, I love the ukay-ukay there in Taytay. Hi, Shane. Comment down below. Are you a bride or soon to be bride? But going back, usually once, and it depends if you want to have the crews take part in one of the tables. Kung hindi naman, usually part din yan ng contract nila to provide for you to provide them dinner. So technically two. Ayan, if I'm right. Tama ba? Comment down below. Any coordinators who's watching. Yan. Next. Your sound tech guys is not or are not magicians. Make sure to invest with a proactive host and a coordinator. So ayun na nga ito. This is a very good topic because yung sinabi na nga na these are small things that you should look after or you should not forget when you're having a wedding day. So first and foremost, ano ba ang role ng sound tech guys? Okay, they're actually the one who creates the mood all throughout the reception. So, reception part na tayo ha. And for them to do that, they should know what's the right music to play. Now, it depends on one bride to another kasi meron mga brides na, okay, kahit ano lang ang i-play. Pero meron ding mga brides na meron silang specific songs that needs to be played on their wedding day. So, the question is, who will prepare for those songs? Okay? That's the question. Now, fortunately for me, if you actually hire me as a host, or for some other coordinators, they would actually do that themselves. So ako, it's my personal, I treat it as my personal obligation to ask the bride herself as to what songs needs to be played on the specific part of the program. Bakit ganon? Because I feel like, for me, I take over the reception part. So later on, we'll have to discuss that. But this might not be the practice for all hosts and coordinators, okay? So, minsan, si coordinators na yung nagpe-prepare or minsan, you go directly to the Santec guys. But, okay, here's a big one. You have to make sure that if you're not gonna relay this to your host or your coordinator, you cannot relay this to your Santec guy on the day of the wedding or a day before the wedding because they're not magicians, and although they have already a list of songs, it would be best if the host and the coordinator can actually do a dry run of the program before the start of reception. And that's one thing that I do when I host programs. So you should look for what we call proactive hosts and coordinators. Okay? And bakit hindi siya trabaho ng sound tech guy? Because isipin nyo man or hindi, because it's behind the scene, diba? They are actually put on so much pressure kapag nag-start na yung program. Because you can play, this is the reason why you pay for a good sound tech guy. Because meron pa rin tayong mga venues, okay? Like, for example, I've experienced one here in Albay, where pag sinabing, going back to our episode last week, diba? When they say it's basic, then make sure to ask what's the inclusion in it. Kasi merong mga basic sound systems na sinasabing basic, but they won't include any sound tech guy or laptop, which is super hirap for the host and the coordinator to play around the mood of the program. So that's one thing that you have to look after, because again, that's behind the scene, and technically that's something na hindi nyo alam, but because you're watching this episode, you get to know that. So again, it depends from one bride to another, or from one supplier to another. But for me, I take it as a personal responsibility to know the songs that would play on a specific part of the program. Para at least alam ko na susunod siya, and make sure that I get to do at least a dry run before the start of the program. So that's one thing you should look for a host and a coordinator. Next slide. Your SDE should be ready and played while there are still audience. So I'm not sure if we have audio and video and photography guys here. I hope someone's watching. Pero for roughly 10 years of hosting, I get to realize that SDE should be played while there's still an audience. Because a lot of hosts or a lot of SDE would actually be completed at the end of the day. Yung sunod na slide would give the reason. I mean, at the end of the program, like minsan pinakalas na siya. But if that would be like the norm, I usually change it for the reason that hindi na siya ma-enjoy ng mga guests as well. So the reason why you're having a SDE or a same-day edit video is to make sure that you get to see the whole culmination of everything that had happened on that day. And yes, Lindsay, pwedeng during meal yung SDE if, okay, na-render na siya. That's the term, render. Later on, we'll discuss it. It's actually best if it's during meal so that everyone can watch it. Why? Because yun talaga yung binayaran mo. Yun talaga yung, aside from food, it's the video and the photography that's mahal on e-reception. So you have to make sure that you get the best out of it by making sure that it's actually watched not just by you, but the rest of the audience. Right? Nasagot ko ba ang tanong mo, Lindsay? There you go. Sorry for that. Ayan, booster is kicking in. So, na-hype na sagot ko yung tanong mo, Lindsay. Ayan, again, your SDA should be ready and played while there are still audience. Because wala nang rason kung kayo na lang manonood ng same-day edit video. Tama? So, it would be it is highly recommended that the rest of the SDE should be watched while there's still audience. So, next slide will tell you the reason kung bakit hindi siya agad na play. Okay? Okay, your SDE takes time. There is what we call rendering, so your photo and video supplier should be snappy. Okay, so Lindsay and the rest of the brands who's watching, pag sinabing render, ito na yung tinatahi-tahi, okay, yung the rest of the photos, the videos that had happened all throughout the day. So, syempre, since we're using technology, okay, there's what we call render, okay? So, the key goal here is to make sure that you hire a video and a photographer who's snappy, okay? They understand timeline and they work on time. Kasi, I've experienced this and medyo natagalan yung pag-render ng SDE. We don't have a band. So, ano na yung pang-buffer mo doon? Buti na lang I know how to sing. So, I sang while waiting for the SDE, siguro 4 to 8 songs. So, that's one thing that you have to look into then because hindi din hindi din kasalanan ng host na or ng coordinator for that matter na nahuli. Technically, it's teamwork, okay? But things like that happen during a wedding. So, natatagalan yung pag-render. So, ngayon pa lang, if you're looking for a video and photography, guys, make sure that you get feedback kung mabilis na silang gumawa ng SDA. Pero make sure na it's quality din. Kasi meron ding the goal for the SD is to make sure na makakapture nila yung essence of your wedding on that day. So, dapat either mapaiyak ka, matawa ka, or basta there should be emotion coming out of you after watching the SDE. That's the goal of the same day edit video. So, during rendering, you have to understand that, again, it's not fault of the host or the coordinator or of the audio video. It's just part of the process. So, yun pa lang, mapapaisip ka na, what can I do to make sure that if this thing happen, I can still have something to entertain my guests? Oh, diba? Maybe hire a host who can sing, like me, no? Or Dane, diba? Or have a coordinator who's snappy and, who can make or can whip games out of the air. Ganon. So, yun. Those are the things that should look after. Okay, next slide. Depending on the circumstances, your host should be the epitome of class, wit, and spontaneity. Okay, hindi ko sinasabi to, it's because I'm I'm doing this show behind the scene with Lauren. But here's one thing that you have to understand. Not all of your guests would understand that you've actually hired a coordinator. Okay? That's one thing that you should understand. So, ikaw lang yon, tsaka yung groom and the rest of the team na nakakaintindi that you've actually hired a host and a coordinator at the same time. Now, your host is actually just the one who's representing the whole team, okay? All throughout the reception. So, kung yung host mo, hindi siya ganun ka-witty or hindi ganun ka-classy or hindi ganun ka-spontaneous, it will reflect for the whole team. Kahit nagaano kagaling yung coordinator and the rest of the team, si host kasi yung nakikita ng tao. So you have to make sure that you invest in a host that is spontaneous, witty, and classy. Kasi at the end of the day, whatever matatandaan ng tao about the host, it would reflect for the whole team. And I think every wedding coordinator would agree on that. Yes, comment down below if you agree on that. Yes. So just make sure that the host that you'll be getting is or someone who had been around the industry for quite some time, yung klase magdamit, hindi yung alam mo yun bara-bara lang, and kung nagpapatawa siya, you have to make sure na it's relevant and it's appropriate. Okay, that's one thing because ang dami na kasi ngayon, like I would see it every day on different groups na eto ganitong host, ganito ganyan. Yes, they're funny. Okay. Hi, Marie from San Mateo, Rizal. Comment down below if you're a bride to be or if you're a bride to be, or if you've already been married. So, going back, there should be a distinction kasi you're hosting a wedding. You're not a comedian. From Mandaluyong, hi, Bani. You're not actually a stand-up comedian. Just look at RJ Ledesma. He's one of the persons that I look up to. He's very classy when he hosts, pero he know how to, throw in jokes. Ganong host, ganong leveling of host ang dapat yung nilulook forward to or nilulook after. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Marie. Hi, Bani. I hope you can share this episode so that more brides and bride-to-be can watch this. Ayan. So, let's have slide number 9. Okay, know the difference between the role of your coordinator and your host. Ayan, this is a very, very good topic. Now, bakit kailangan siyang sabihin? Okay, so, even if you understand that you've already, thank you, Lindsay. So, even if you understand that you've actually hired two separate entities, so host and coordinator, minsan nalilito pa rin tayo kung saan sila nagse-separate. Okay? So, if you've actually booked, okay, a whole wedding coordination including the host, okay, it could be that both of the teams have already been working for quite some time. So or if yung host na yon kumbaga parang in-house na siya dun sa coordinating team. So technically they know how to work together already. Pero if you've like hired a host outside, ano nga ba ang role ng host and ano ang role ng coordinator? Mostly the role of the coordinator, if it's like on the day, sabihin na natin, would start from the wake up call, okay? And then make up, photo shoot for the rest of the day, ceremony. Hanggang dun siya. Until makaabot kayo sa reception. Now, kailan siya titigil? Kapag nag-start na yung reception. So, ako, on my end, whenever I host a wedding, I always say this to the coordinating team that I'll be working that from this point forward, I'll be taking over the program. So, hindi ako yung or most likely lahat ng suppliers na nandito sa WWPH, they're not the type of host who will be, asking for the script. May mga gano'n kasi, may mga gano'n, asking for the script from the coordinators or, hindi sila well guided with how things work. So I've experienced that and hindi siya gano'n ka-pleasant na experience. So for me, lagi ko sinasabi sa bride, like whenever I host na the role of the coordinators when it comes to the reception is just to assist the host. But everything that's happening on the reception, it's actually controlled by me. So I'm like the director and the host of the program. Bakit siya ganon? Kasi I take responsibility for the program. Hindi siya ibig sabihin na nandun yung coordinator, sila na din yung gagalaw. No. If you're actually hired a good host, they would know the difference, the role of the coordinator and themselves. So that's one thing that you should look after. And all throughout the reception, yung coordinator, again, they should just assist the host. Hindi na sila yung kumbaga, primary mover. So, if by any chance, you've hired a host outside a package offered to you, you have to make sure that you talk directly to the host about the things that you want to happen in the program, not the coordinator. Kasi as much as they would want to assist, your host will be the one who have to execute it on the day. Eh kung hindi spontaneous or hindi, on the spot yung host mo, nga yung program. Well, Lindsay, on that note, walang ganon. So if you're the host lang. That's one red flag, I guess. So, hindi ka pwedeng host and coordinator at the same time. Ganon. Kasi, mahahati yung mahahati yung attention mo and it's not a good thing for a host to have a divided attention. Dapat nakafocus ka lang sa program. So, I'm not sure, but I've never experienced like having a host. Kasama sa package, yeah. Pero what I'm saying is, technically, you hired him as a host, not as a coordinator. So, hindi siya pwedeng may slash. He's just a host. Wala siyang slash na coordinator, just a host. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Next, I think this is the last slide for tonight. Okay. So make sure to do your research, visit their page, and read reviews. Ito, this is a must for all of the brides that are watching or for all of the couples that watching. Available na yung mga pages, 'di ba? Nung mga hosts, lahat. And on that page, they would actually have their own review tab. I'm not sure if we have mine. Maybe next episode we can show it. But mine has a review tab and ako talaga medyo makulit ako with the clients like on their reviews. Well, obviously mas maganda if they give it like voluntarily, 'di ba? But ako I always ask for reviews and if they're okay with it posting dun sa review tab ko, then I appreciate it. Kasi it's one way of me getting clients at the same time knowing that I did good for their, event. And that's one thing of helping other brides as well look for a legit host. Ayan. So basically that wraps up the 10 things, small things that should not um forget when your wedding day comes. Now, all of those Hi, Mary. Okay, na-mention ko na yun. All of those who have commented and shared and have um shared, comment, and like this video will be part of the raffle by the end of the week. Okay, so you have to make sure that you watch our community event on Sunday, same time, for we will draw the winners there, and you have a chance to win a WWPH merch. Okay, now don't please make sure that you don't forget to like our FB page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this is in YouTube channel in YouTube as well. And make sure that if you have anything that you'd like to know behind the scene and how it's done, comment down below or send us a message at Facebook. Okay. Now, on behalf of Miss Janae Rabe, Certified Wedding Specialist and Head Organizer of Worldwide Weddings PH, I'm Lauren, owner of Eventology by Lauren. You can visit my page. If you're a Filipino anywhere in the world planning to get married in the Philippines, then Worldwide Weddings is the place to be. Watch us every night at 8 p.m. Manila time, or even better, join us inside the community so we can have more fun in planning your wedding. Again, my name is Lauren Kramer. Thank you for watching Worldwide Weddings TV, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Thank you so much for joining me this Monday. Next Monday, we'll have a better episode. I promise you that. Again, this is Lauren Kramer, and have a good week ahead. Bye.